Incoming subspace signal.
You are watching Central Valley Geeks. Please welcome our host and resident geeks, Scott and Shawn.
I'm back, baby!
So, I'd like to start off by saying that Shawn and I, over the last 3-4 weeks, have been dealing with a lot of mental issues ourselves, as well as physical issues. We both have been sick. Our families have been sick. My wife is still sick. She's taking a nap right now. So we haven't had the time or energy to be able to put into these videos. But now we're back, and we're going to try to catch up on all of our videos. Today we're going to go over the episode 1969 because it's such a great episode. Let's go ahead and start with you, Shawn. What's something that you really like?
Well, time travel episodes are always fun. I like this one because it's neat in its own little bubble. It doesn't have to worry about a lot of the other time travel paradox stuff. It starts with the note, ends with the note.
Samantha does mention the grandfather paradox.
Yeah, and they do bring this episode back up again when they are making fun of implying that Jack is what's his name's dad, the guy who ends up being able to sit in the ancient's chair in Alaska. I can't think of his name. Takes over for Jack.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name either. He was in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, last 2 seasons. They make fun of him and give him a hard time of there being a mission that he doesn't know about during the recap episode where they're doing all the stupid funny missions. And they tell him there's one mission that you haven't read. Yeah, exactly. They tell him there's one mission that you haven't, you don't know anything about because it's super classified. And then they imply that Jax is dead.
They imply that Jack's dead?
His dad.
Oh, okay, his dad. I heard death. So one thing that I wanted to mention about this Stargate episode is this Stargate episode creates the star pyramid. Because during Jack's interrogation, they ask him who he is. He still does not know what year it is at this point because he doesn't find out what year it is until they're in the back of the truck. So right now, he just knows he's in the past. These uniforms look old. They're in a silo. It's still got the Titan missile in it, so they know they're in the past. I like that when they ask Jack what his name is, he says Captain James Kirk. And they say, well, your dog tags say different. Well, they're lying. and then after some back and forth a little bit, he's like, okay, you're right. That's not my name. My name is Skywalker. Luke Skywalker. That one scene gave us the star pyramid. Star triangle pyramid, whatever. I love it. That is one of the best meta episodes or meta commentaries in the series, in my opinion. This is a fun episode. I like it.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing. It's a good one.
A couple of the other things. Let me pull up my notes so that we can make sure we talk about all the stuff. I was going to do the other episode first, but I decided that this is more fun, and we'll do full circle after this. So they time travel because of a solar flare, which is cool, and I like how General Hammond, before he knew that the Stargate was going to do stuff and everything, he had Samantha look into other uses for how the Stargate could be used, and then he wrote down the stuff for her to know in the future. And I like that. I think it's Daniel who says, or he had you look that stuff up because of this.
Yeah.
So I always like stuff like that. He says he's Jack O'Neill says Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Daniel Jackson says they're from a galaxy far, far away. So that's great. Mistaken identities. Daniel screws up because he can speak a ton of languages. He answers a Russian question in Russian.
Yep.
He could have said no, but he said "niet" instead, and he said it with a fairly decent accent. So of course the people are looking at him like, "Oh, okay, so you are Soviet." And Jack's looking at him like, "You are such an idiot for answering that."
Well, he even turns around and just hangs his head down in derision. If you look at him, he's like just turns around and he's just like, "I can't believe I did that."
It's almost a facepalm moment. I like the bus hippie people. They were really nice. The woman, I don't remember their names, if they even actually said their names in the show. But they were really nice. And then
They do.
the one guy,
They say the guy's name.
yeah, because I was just gonna bring that up. They say so and so his name is drafted, so we were gonna go to basically I assume they're talking about Woodstock because they say it's a concert in upstate New York in 1969. Only thing I can think of is Woodstock.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So
Was it
they're on their way to
1969?
Woodstock and then talking about going to Canada basically so he can dodge the draft.
Well, not everybody can be a student.
Yeah, I love Tilk though, because when the guy says that he's thinking about crossing the border, Tilk says he says because of the war, and Tilk says the war with Canada. And I'm just thinking, that's one country we have not gone to war with.
Not since we've been founded. We
Yeah,
went to war with
we
them
have.
just before the
So
colonies.
that history note. Sorry, history note. You came here and you learned something about actual history. Now let's get back to fictional history of the 1969 episode. Lieutenant Hammond. I think they actually got a fairly decent guy to play him.
Oh yeah, they did.
Uh,
The accent was great.
yeah, I love the realization on Sam's face when she sees the name, the hand injury. So that Hammond was waiting. This is end of season 2, so he's been waiting the last 2 years for her to injure her hand so he could give her that slip of paper.
Yep.
How long has he had that slip of paper?
30 years.
No, from what it looks like, it doesn't seem like it's a 30-year-old piece of paper.
It's
It
the
seems
same
like
piece
it's a
of paper. I got the implication it was the same piece of paper.
No, because then the paper would be like 30 years old, then 60 years old, then 90 years old, and it would just end up in a repeated route. So I just assume after he had her look down the things that he wrote it down, but he was like carrying that on him for 2 years, waiting for her to injure her hand. Oh, good, you have a hand injury. Let me slide this into your pocket. I love the Zat weapons that everyone is scared that the Titan is gonna start the ignition, and Tilk is calmly standing underneath the engine and he just shoots it at one, and everyone's leaned up against the wall waiting for death.
Honestly, I couldn't remember what had happened at this, but I thought Tilk was just going to nonchalantly reach up and pull any one of those, because that would immediately tell the thing to shut off anyways.
Yeah, he does have the strength to do it too.
Yeah.
So I did like this episode. To me, a little bit contradicts some other information in the series, because we're supposed to assume that this is canon, future and past. In the future, Cassandra helps them get back to the past.
Yeah.
In the later seasons, Cassandra leaves, doesn't she? Or something happens
she
to
can't
her?
come back.
Yeah, well, and then unfortunately, the other episodes. So I did like the Cassandra element. I really liked the Cassandra episode at the beginning of season 2 when she's found, and then the other episode where she knows that Sam is a Goa'uld, or in the correct terminology for her would be a Tok'ra. So that's always interesting that that's there and that they can use that. I would have liked to have seen Cassandra a little bit more in the entire series.
Yeah.
But then, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the series yet, I'll make hand-waving gestures for you to come back. So hit the mute button right now.
If you haven't seen
And
it,
if you haven't seen it, you really shouldn't be watching this video. But I'm going to throw out Heroes Part 2 real quick because we were talking about Cassandra. You really can't talk about Cassandra without talking about her adopted mom, Janet. And unfortunately, in that episode, Janet dies. Then they have a memorial service for her at the Stargate. I did not understand, other than for financial reasons, why Cassandra was not there. She knows about everything with the Stargate. She is not from Earth. Having her at her mom's service would not have been compromised any security.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
They mentioned her because Sam says, "Hey, I need to go get Cassandra." I think that might even be before we even know that she's dead, or right after we find out that she's dead.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there. Hey, everybody, come back. You can listen to us now. Hey, see it? Unmute it. We're good. No spoilers. No future spoilers. You got to watch some more episodes for those. So the reason that we're doing these videos is because Amanda Tapping, who plays Samantha Carter, is writing a book about Stargate fandom embracing mental health, which is always good. Having people working together to help other people recover from mental health issues is always a positive thing. And I'm glad that I was about to say Samantha Carter. I'm glad that Amanda Tapping is working with us, the fans, to try to create this. So I recommend checking out her book. I'll have the link down below. And thanks to Amanda Tapping. Oh, real quick, did want to point out my Stargate shirt. There's no place like home. If I'm doing these videos, I have to wear a Stargate shirt at least once, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and thank you for watching Central Valley Geeks. I'm not sure if I said, hey, welcome to Central Valley Geeks. So if I didn't, thank you for coming and watching us, and thank you for watching the entire video. You guys have yourself a good day.